Hello friends, it's Nancy Thompson with Create with Nancy, and it's time for some creative ink and get linked by ink. So it's Wednesday, what is today's date? The 29th. And so welcome everybody. If you're new to my channel, say hello and let me know where you're from. And also hit that subscribe button on YouTube and ring that bell so you get notification for the next video, because it's all about sharing creativity with others. So what I love to do, I love sharing creative ideas with paper, inks, and stamps. And so you're going to feel, so you feel inspired to go into your crafting area, or maybe you're new to crafting. And we generally on Wednesday, it's some type of simple idea that's so easy for you to create. Today does have a few, it's easy to do, but it does require a stamp cut and emboss machine today. And we are using a sketch card for today. So sketch cards are a great way for you to feel creative and what do I want to say? And not feel like you're trying to get creative, because using the sketch card, it's a great starting point in your creativity. So let me just make sure I'm here, and if you're watching, come say hello. I just want to, there we go. Okay. There. All right. So today it's very cold here in central New York, and luckily we've only had a little bit of snow, kind of pretty much a dusting, not even an inch, which I'm thankful for. But other parts of our area, just maybe 20 minutes away, have quite a bit more snow than us. So anyway, so let's get started. And if you're joining in late, come in and say hello. Okay, so today, I didn't print out my sketch card, but my sketch, but you will, if you subscribe to my newsletter at createwithnancy.com, that's where you can get the project sheets, and I don't know if I have one. So let me just grab one here, okay, and a past one so you get an idea what a sketch card is, okay? So let me I keep them in a notebook, and my little, hang on, they were coming off the ring here. So what I do, this was the last sketch card I did right here. So you can see that right there. I kind of keep the card in my project sheet, but the PDF tutorial gives you a sample of what the card looked like after we created with using the sketch. So at least it gives you some measurements that I used and supplies and some simple directions. So yes, hey Pat, welcome. I know you're the only one here, so I'm glad I'm not talking to myself. So anyway, so that's good. So let me just throw this back out of the way, not throw, but move. But today we're using the Meandering Meadow, or the Winter Meadow Suite of products, which I love, and it's actually still available. So let's go to my desktop here and let's look at some of this stuff that we're using. And actually this designer paper is carrying over, and I want to make sure you remember that the last chance products from the mini catalog, they started last week, so there's still a lot that's available to purchase, okay? There's some things on sale and some things that aren't. And then there's actually two lists. There's one that's a carryover products. You can see what's going to carry over. Some things will be in the online store, which, I'm not sure about this paper, where it's going to be. Winter Meadow. Where is it on here? It's in the 30s. So let's see. Winter Meadow designer paper. I'm not really sure. They haven't been too clear on that. So whether it's just going to be in the next mini catalog next winter. So now is still a great time to get this paper and stock up, and then you'll be all ready to go come winter. Okay, let me just mute my phone. And then let's look at the paper, I guess. So hi Colleen and Diane and Nancy. Yes, Nancy, it's a great way to keep your ideas in a notebook. And so on. Hi Sharon, welcome. Okay, so let's get going. So this Winter Meadow designer paper is absolutely fabulous. Let me just zoom in a little bit more. Here we go. It's got all kinds of colors, and I'm not sure if I even like pulled them all out, but we have Smoky Slate and Blueberry Bushel and Moody Mauve and Pretty Peacock. This one has so many colors in it. Pebbled Path is in there. Garden Green, Shaded Spruce, and Lost Lagoon. There's a lot of colors in this design. And Misty Moonlight. We're going to use Misty Moonlight today. So before the live, I was making some more samples with this paper. I couldn't stop creating with it. And so I can't wait to share them with you. And this is a really easy sketch that we're gonna use today. So here is this design. Here's the flip side. So it pairs very well together. And then we've got type of blue or berries. And then this has got like a Lost Lagoon watercolor wash there. And this is absolutely gorgeous. These corner designs. You just have to effectively know how to use it. I mean, by cutting it into fourths, you can definitely create some cards with it, okay? And then here's the background. This has got like a Misty Moonlight watercolor wash. And then we've got these watercolory type Lost Lagoon trees. They're kind of tiny and petite, which I love. Hi Carol, welcome. I love this paper. And then this has got the Lost Lagoon wash on it. And then we've got some more trees that are kind of wintry. So this is great for your winter birthdays or December birthdays, January, February, March. And this has got Smoky Slate wash. And then I think this is great paper for the if you need masculine cards. Or it could be a gorgeous Christmas card, which you might love today. But you only get 2 sheets, but you could get quite a few of these cards that I'm using today out of this package. I gotta just double check. Yeah, because this one used this design and this lighter design, okay? Because this is kind of like the focal point, and then I needed something on a background. So you could, because I only use a 2-inch strip, so 6/12 out of 1 sheet. So it could be a possibility. Okay, let's look at the back side. And this one's a little bit darker, more kind of the pebbled path color right there. Okay, so let's look at the stamp set and dies. So here's the Magical Meadow, and it comes with quite a few, it's got some beautiful words in it, and it's got some dies here. They're kind of like wintry type berries right here. We got kind of wintry berries, and we got a holly leaf. This is meant to die cut out this scenery here. And then there's another one for this one right there. And then we've got dies for these. And this here is like, it gives you like snowflakes embossed die cut into it without like it leaves an impression. Think of it as dry embossing, but die cut embossing. Is that a new word or new terminology for our stamping? Hi Kathy and Betty, welcome. And then it's got these little tiny circles, look at them, that are for your berries, okay? Because this is a berry stamp, so you could glue all those little tiny berries on there. And using your take your pick tool or a fine pair of tweezers works great with that. All right, you just put some multi-purpose liquid glue on there, let it set for a while until it dries clear. just a little dab, and then add your berries, and that is like a really great wow. So, okay, everybody's jumping on. I love this. Hi, Gail and Gail. 2 Gails right in a row. Okay, so there's our stamp set and dies, and there's one final one that I've just, this one right here, it's got those berries right there, okay? And this will, I believe it cuts out the stamp as well. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me look. I gotta think. No, it does not. It's kind of, so it'd be like an accent to the stamp, you know, that you could layer on top. So here's my hint. We're using the More Dazzle glimmer paper. I think that's what it's called. And I ran it through my die cutting machine. It's great to kind of run it through like at an angle, and then I ran it through twice, back and forth, okay? And then I switched it a little bit, moved it just a little bit so the die cutting machine, the pressure points hit it in a different way. And then you'll have more success in cutting this out because it's a thicker piece of paper, and this is a really fine detailed die as well, okay? And you're just gonna you just kind of wiggle it, all right? We just kind of wiggle it so it releases that paper, all right? And work your way slowly around so you don't end up tearing it, and you'll be surprised how easily. But definitely running it through, and every machine is different, so if you're not seeing, like when you flip it over to see like all the impressions, the cutting part out, then you need to run it through again. And then we just have scrap left. So let's just finish, because we're going to use this today on our card. We're actually gonna cut this because so much is going to be hidden. And look at that. Isn't that just simply gorgeous? I love this. Should put it on here so you can see it. Now it'll really pop. It's a beautiful spray of greenery. So could you see the snowflake die cut? It's really just gonna yeah, let me see. Hang on, and I gotta just look, see if I got a scrap of paper. I don't know if I got something light enough. And I will just pop this through so you can kind of see. That's a good question, Colleen. What it looks like. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I just ran that through, and you can see it kind of leaves an impression on the back, but that's what it's going to do. What I don't like, you'd want to do it multiple times across. I don't like how it leaves an impression around that, but I don't know, maybe by doing it again, it'll go away. You know, if you're like working your way across, it's just too bad it wasn't more like a rectangle or something. Or it's also like an accent. Where'd my little thing go? You know, it's kind of like an accent on the background as well. I haven't played with that, so it's something to play with. Okay, so let's get our card made here. Okay, so those are the dies and the bundle, and this is retiring, right? I'm pretty sure it is. I didn't look this up. Yes, it is all retiring, and unfortunately it's not on sale, but the paper is carrying over because it's such beautiful paper. Okay, so there's that, and what are we gonna do? Oh, let's look at the Dazzle stuff here. We're also using the snowflake, and we need an envelope, and I did use my stylish dies for a label. Okay, and as you know, if I'm die cutting a lot, right? So now I've got some more cards I can create. So we're also using the snowflake embossing folder, and this is carrying over as well, which I love. It's a nice petite background type embossing folder. And that's in the mini catalog. And the More Dazzle designer paper, it's a champagne color and a gold. It's so sparkly. So what stamps, etc. is this? This is the Magical Meadow, or the Winter Meadow Suite of products. So the Magical Meadow stamp set and dies. Okay, Gail, there we go. All right, so there's that and that. So let's stamp our card. So this is Misty Moonlight, and I've already dry embossed it. Let me go back as to how I dried embossed it. So I didn't want it too heavy in snowflakes on this side, because we're going to take some designer paper and we're going to cover this up. I just didn't want it too heavy, but if you wanted it more heavier, then so what you're going to do is, this is 4 1/4 by 11-inch cardstock, okay, and the lighter snowflakes are onto the inside, so I put my cardstock in this way, and I didn't go this way because I'd have all this heaviness up here and it's lighter down there, because the softer snowflakes should be at the top. So I just kind of did it this way. All right, so play around with it. I don't think it really matters. Get some snowflakes on it. Okay. All right, and never fold your cardstock back on an embossing folder. It makes it way too thick to go through your machine. Okay, always have it open and flat. All right. Okay, so we've got our dry embossing done, and I chose this design. I hadn't made this one yet, so let's do this one. And we're going to use some adhesive here, and this is a 2-inch by 5 1/4, so a 2-inch by 5 1/4. So as I said, you can get quite a few cards, 12 out of 1 sheet of designer paper. So I'm going to just center it here and here. Okay, so we've got that, and then we're going to pull in this silver and white ribbon. Okay, and Colleen, I have a roll for you if you're in the area. Okay, all right, and I didn't measure this, so I'm going to use, let me grab my ruler here. I always keep one handy on my desk. Does anybody else keep one handy on their desk? So we're going to use 24 inches of this silver and white ribbon. And I am so glad this ribbon is carrying over. I love it. I've used it so much. It's easy to tie, and it just looks so pretty with that hint of silver on the edge. So I think I've used this is the ribbon I've used the most this season. So we're going to just tie a bow here and right off to the side, because we're going to have a focal point. And so just remember, if you're not a newsletter subscriber, make sure to go to createwithnancy.com. You can hit the subscribe now button, and that will take you to my subscription area. You can sign up for my blog posts, and I've done 3 blog posts in the last few days, so you can see past lives and information there. So you can get a reminder when a blog post goes up too. It'll send you a notification in your email, and you can also, that's where you can subscribe for my newsletter. And in the newsletter are PDFs with these Creative Ink that I showed at the beginning, Creative Ink library PDFs, tutorials, and other news about what's going on in the stamping world, promotions, and everything, because celebration is coming. Let's see. So I think I got that over far enough. Oh, there we go. Phew. I knew I die cut one of these. Okay, so there's like the base of our card. Isn't that like so easy so far? And I'm not gonna touch my bow yet, because that's the last thing I love to do, in case I want to fiddle with it more. So I have a sheet of designer paper that's 2.5 by, yes, Nancy, I knew this measurement, 3 inches. Okay, so 2.5 by 3 inches. And then our mat here, we're going to mat it on 2 5/8 by 3 1/8. Okay, and I might be your away at some point too, Colleen. So I don't know. Okay, so let's, yes, and maybe in another week I'll message you. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna just simply mat this onto here, and we're going to put this onto here. This is a label from our Stylish Shapes, and I'm gonna use my grid paper. You know I love using grid paper, and let's see, half, just a little over like 1.5 on each side. So I'm going to use this solid line because I know that's going to be the middle to line up the points on this label, so I know I've got it straight. And there we go. Okay, doesn't that look pretty good? See, use some grid paper. And these are old retired Stamparatus grid papers, but we have the full sheets that are great to have. Okay, so now we're going to add some dimensionals to the back of this. And hi, Phyllis, welcome back. Here we go. And you know what's, oh, I gotta also tell you about, I was working on my cards for the December thank you kits and card kits. So I'll show you those when I'm done here as well, because they are fabulous. Okay, so look at that. We are just creating a nice, that's such an easy sketch to do. So we are going to, so now I'm going to take, so this is going to be our focal point, okay? And then we want a few little sprigs out of there. But you see how there's so much that's going to get hidden by this circle. So we're going to snip it. So I'm going to snip it right there in that seam, right here, okay? So now I've got like 2 sprigs, all right, out of that one die cut, all right? So it's less die cutting, and that's just gonna kind of, we'll just pretend here. We're gonna just kind of put these in the corner right there, and doesn't that look fabulous? Okay, so how do you attach these? So I just take some of my Seal Plus and add a little bit there. Just don't go bigger than what your circle would be, and add these on to here. If you wanted to, you could kind of put a little bit and squish those 2 together. So I'm going to just take a little bit down here, put that on, and just kind of squish that one together. Maybe I didn't go far enough. So it looks more of a fuller branch, okay? Did you see that? So I just kind of put some adhesive down here, and then just so it would lay on there a little bit, and then that's just going to cover it right up. Okay, so we're going to use the words out of this. I love the words in this set. It's got winter wishes, so that could be for anything. You could still make it a winter birthday, a winter thinking of you, congrats. It could even be a Christmas holiday. It could be even a thank you too. I know, Colleen, grid paper is the best. So we're going to just simply stamp it on our circle right in the middle. And while we have that out, I'm going to pull in. This is just a 1/4 sheet of cardstock, 4 inches by 5 1/4. So we're going to say, may this season of sparkle bring joy and delight. Okay, now I got to start sending out some of these cards. There we go. Okay, so we have our memento stamping done. Now we're going to pull in some Misty Moonlight. So this is kind of a monochromatic card, okay? So this is where you want to test out your ink pad, okay? Because I want some faint images on here, okay? I don't want it really dark and so on. So test it out to see what strength your ink is, and decide how many times you want to stamp before you get the color that you want. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I think I want 1, 2, there's 3, And you know, if you huff on your ink, it'll re-moisten it. It'll go like a million miles longer. Okay, and I'm going to just turn it. So we've got some beautiful berries in there. Okay, and then I'm going to breathe it on it, huff on it again. And just look how much ink that is still on there. Because I want this faint. I don't want it to detract from, you might want to press a little bit harder with your stamp, but isn't that just beautiful? Okay, now we can add this to our heart front. And we're almost done. Woo! Quick and simple. All right. I'm trying to get out and go for a walk today. Okay, so everybody got their Christmas shopping done? I haven't even begun. Okay, so, and you could always have it in there a little bit more. I think that looks perfect. So this is where I say I want to fiddle with my ribbon just a little bit. Just give it a yank here and there. Okay, let's angle that. And 24 inches of the ribbon really gives you room to tie that bow, so a nice loopy bow. Okay, and then we're going to add this to the inside. So let's add this to the inside. Here we go. Nice and sticky. There we go. Isn't that just beautiful? So I don't know, do you guys think it needs some bling? Like, because I have some bling, if I can find it. Hang on, let me see. What did I do with it? Oh, here we go. And I've been playing with some of the new stuff in the new mini catalog, and it has been fun. So these Faceted Gems Trio are what's, I don't have this open, are what comes in this suite. I haven't used these yet. Or there's these adhesive back glitter sequins as well. I use some of these. So I think these are too bright. Same with this. But there's plain white ones on there, which I think could be okay. These are a little bit thicker of a gem. So it has Smoky Slate, and maybe that's Pebbled Path. And that's Lost Lagoon. So maybe that's Smoky and that's the Pebbled Path. Okay. So I'm thinking let's just go with a couple. You know what? Let's put them right here, and then I won't feel so bad. Let's go with this. Am I going to be able to pick that up? I'm not. Pick it up with this. And then I think it'll go through. I think my circle is off center here. Hang on. Can I move this without destroying it? Sometimes. All right. Let's give it a little straight. Guess I was looking at my words. There, that looks so, I feel like I'm low now. Okay. All right, that's a little better. There we go. Isn't that just sweet? I love the the sparkleness of this. Thanks, Gail. Okay, definitely wrapping a bit today. Okay, good way to keep ahead of it. But so no designer paper on the envelope today, folks. We are going to use our stamps here and ink. So let's add this beautiful spray here. Isn't that just beautiful? Oh. And then, I don't know, I like doing the flap too, you know. In fact, let's stamp this off. Let's get this a little bit lighter. Oh, look at that. Just beautiful, don't you think? Let's move that out of the way. Okay. Look at that. Simply beautiful, right? I hope you love that. Okay, so before I show you the rest of the samples, I want to share with you my thank you gift for December. So anybody who places an order in the month of December, you're going to get a variety of 6 of these cards. It'll just be random, okay? It's using the New Meadow Suite, the New Meadow. I'm trying to think what the name of the paper is. New Meadow paper that's in the online store right now, okay? So they are simple cards. You'll get the supplies for 6 cards with any $50 order that you have, that you place in my online store. And all you're going to really need to do is do some dry embossing and stamp your greetings. Some might come with this, my favorite ribbon, or some might also come, I think you're going to get a mix to do the linen thread with, okay, as well. And here's some more colors. They're just fabulous, a great array of cards. And then just simply dry emboss your envelope flap as well. So that's my December thank you gift with any $50 or more order. Or you can purchase it for $15. You're going to get 6 cards plus shipping if it needs to be shipped, okay? And you can read all the details in my online or in my next newsletter, all right? And let me share, this was what came in our mail yesterday, and I haven't even opened it. Isn't that awful? Meandering Meadows, thanks, Gail. So so I figured today was a good day for you guys to get a sneak peek of what the catalog cover is, and I'll be able to order these soon, not till December 5th, I think, but I could only show you the cover so you'll get an idea. But look at, this is the next mini catalog. Doesn't it look fun and exciting? I love this ice cream cone. It's a fabulous set. And then of course it's celebration time. So, and if you're new and don't know what celebration is, you can earn free product. And when you host or place a large enough order, you get, there's also a great gift for when you host, when you hit a certain level, or you can join too. There's a great join special also. All right. Okay. I think you get more money in your shopping. You can shop for more with it. So, okay. But here's a little sneak peek of something that I've made. Look at this. This is one of the new stamp sets in there. Okay, and I'm hoping this is going to be a class. I've only made one so far, but look at this, a fun fold. All right, so it's going to be a fabulous catalog. So I hope that's inspiring you. All right, so remember, go to my online store and check it all out. And the newsletter will have a sign up if you need a catalog as well. Okay, so let's look at the other color schemes that I created. So we have that one, and I think I've got to just zoom out just a little bit more for you all. All right, so we've got our Misty Moonlight right there. And then we have this deer one with the smoky slate, okay? And then this one is Misty Moonlight. It's using that paper, and I kind of switched it up and added a little more color. Here's that same paper and with the Moody Mauve color scheme. So it's just, this one has more of a design. This one has a little bit less, and I think they're just both fabulous. Okay, and then here's Lost Lagoon right there. This one I used rhinestones on. I gotta go and put bling on these other ones. And then here's another one. I used the same paper but different color scheme. So here's this one. That's that holly one with all the blueberries, not blueberries, but blueberries. Look, and I used a different dye embellishment as well. But I did that same Stirpa designer paper right there, but this one I used Pretty Peacock. And I think they both look fabulous, you know, no matter what color scheme you go with. So I'll be doing a blog post about this. So you can check out, see the pictures more in details. We have another craft show this weekend, so it might be next week for the blog post. But, and then here's a different even berry right there. That one I could only use, I had to cut out 2 for this card. So I love using just that one die because it goes so much farther. And here you can see I put those flat gems on that one as well. So, but I think I love this. The more I kept creating and using the different designer papers, falling in love with this. So I hope you love it. It's a sweet, beautiful paper, and the dies and the stamps that go with it. Oh, excuse me. Oh, this one, I used a different embossing folder. This one I used the fern. So don't be afraid to mix up and use different things that you have in your collection as well. Okay, I know. Hopefully I will have catalog scale when we have our club. So hopefully that will be good. And so don't forget to check out the last chance list. And who knows? My goal is to try to do this sketch card in some new product as well. Okay. So, yeah. So I'm going to send one of these to somebody, maybe 2 people today. So, hopefully you have a great holiday, and don't forget there's my online host code for the online store. And if you have any questions, definitely message me. And I hope come back and join me on Friday for some more Creative Ink, because it's all about sharing our creations with others. So we all get linked by ink, right? We all want to be linked by ink. So we feel that connection, and because I really think our handmade cards really make a difference in everybody's lives. So, okay, have a great day and stay warm and cozy if you're here where it's cold. If not, hopefully you're enjoying the sunshine and basking in the heat. So thanks everybody. I